Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shadow Wraith and today I'm going to be going over the top 5 rare to see heroes in Middle-earth strategy battle game. Now, of course, it's another list, and just so you know, it is my personal list. So what I personally haven't seen many people run in events or even just casual games. And they're usually quite good actually. All of these are pretty solid heroes, and I'm not too sure why people don't bring them more. I mean, there's probably other heroes that are better or more favourable or whatever, but hey ho. It's always good to look at things that other people aren't using, because you never know, you might find something that really works and be like, oh, okay, I'll run that, and surprise your opponent. So, jumping straight in, we have got Ashrack. Now, this is a little goblin from Moria, and for a mighty 55 points, you're getting a move 5, fight 2, which is absolutely fantastic, strength 3, defense 4, 1 attack, 2 wounds, courage 4 goblin. Now you've got 1 might, 4 will, and 1 fate. Now 4 will isn't too bad, not at all. So, what can he do? Well, he can't fight, mainly because he's fight 2 and strength 3, and he comes with a 2-handed staff, so he's -1 to his dual rolls. Awesome, just what you want. But he's got heroic channeling, and he is a cave dweller, so yeah, he's not bad at jumping around. He comes with a lovely little ability called Death Touch, and what that does is, if you wound a model with Ashrack, you roll a d6 on a 4+, that model suffers the Paralyze, magical power. That's not bad, it's pretty tasty. You never know where that come in. You get cheeky poking on the hero, be like, oh, you're paralysed. Awesome. Cool. Nice little touch. But this is where he gets absolutely nuts. He has got poison blood. And basically what that means is he can take giant spiders as part of his warband. And this does not count as allying, so you don't lose your army bonus or any of that crazy stuff. Additionally, if you pay an extra 2 points per spider, and I believe spiders are 20 point standard, so 22 points, they go from being just a regular giant spider, which is pretty tasty as they are, being move 10, fight 4, which is fantastic, strength 5, which is insane, only defense 3, but hey, it's a spider, 2 attacks, which is really good, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, and courage 3. And they got venomous fangs, so they got poison fangs, and swift movement, and they cause terror there. Swift movement, basically you ignore like hedges and things like that. You just fly over. You ignore terrain to an extent, but you have to measure up and down and things like that. They're insane. You can get all over the place with these guys. Yeah, for the 2 points with Ashrack, they get the Venom special rule, and that is absolutely bonkers. That means at strength 5 with 2 attacks, they are re-rolling failed wounds. You are probably going to kill anything you really touch at that point, like normal infantry wise. Obviously, if you go up to a siege machine and it's like defense 10, sure, it might not happen. But we're talking like defense 6 guys, so winning on 5s or winning on 4s. Yeah, needing a 5+ with 2 attacks on a reroll, you're probably going to wound it. That's fantastic. And Ashrack is a hero of fortitude, so you can bring up to 12 spiders. I mean, they're going to cost a bunch because it's 22 points, but still, that's insane. That giving these basic spiders re-rolling to wound, absolutely nuts. And then he's got another rule, Spider King. So basically, only spider models may benefit from his stand fast or heroic actions. Additionally, he may only target spider models with his Shroud of Shadows magic power. And for magic power, he's got Fury, which only affects spiders. That casts on 3+, that's pretty good. And Shroud of Shadows. Now, what that does is, basically you pick a model, so in this case it will have to be a spider, within 12 inches of himself, and no one can target that model, because it is essentially invisible. It doesn't count as having a control zone, it can't be targeted by magical powers or shooting attacks. It, however, may still be charged, but the enemy model that wishes to charge this invisible spider has to roll a courage test and -1 to their courage for every inch that the spider is away from him. So the charge distance. So if you're 6 inches away, your courage value -6. I mean, does that mean you auto fail? I'm not sure. Hey ho, it's pretty nice. Okay, really nice. Additionally, if you channel it, any model that is in combat with one of these spitters, that is Wreathed in Shadow counts as being half its fight value. And that can really help out with heroes. That is absolutely bonkers. Because you can just make a spider invisible, channel it, and chuck him into their big hero that's surrounded by spiders and goblins. And you've got a pretty solid chance of killing it. Because the spiders will outfight it at that point. If it's a normal hero at fight 6, awesome. You can't argue with that. That's a pretty solid strategy. Anyway, that rounds him up. Moving on, we have got the number 4 slot, and we're moving over to Arnor for this. Now, I have mentioned him in one of my previous videos, but I thought I'd go over him again a little bit better this time, because he is actually pretty bonkers, and I've never seen him, specifically this model. On the rare occasion I have seen Arnor, I have not seen this model, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, because they don't have many options. It is Malbeth the Seer. Now, for 70 points... you've got a hero of fortitude, so you've got 12 guys, and he is movement 6, normal guy, fight 3, which is trash, 4+ shoot value, strength 3, defense 4, 1 attack, 2 wounds, and courage 5. Now he's got 1 might, 2 will, and 1 fate, but that's not what you bring him. You don't bring him for all that stuff. He's also got heroic resolve, if you care about that, and he's armed with a staff. Cool. He's got gift of foresight, and basically what that does is... every time a friendly Arnor model within 6 inches of him takes a wound, and this is after fate rolls have been used, if it's a hero, he's going to roll for this, on a 5+, you ignore it as if a fate roll had been passed. That's insane. So, you can really, bolster up your guys. Because, Warriors of Arnor aren't exactly squishy. They're all defense 6, which is quite hard to get through sometimes. And they've got Hatred Angmar, which is really good, because Angmar's pretty up there at the moment, doing its thing. Anyway, less said about Angmar, the better, in this video. I've just been beaten by them, just saying. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. He's pretty good. I've never seen him, though. I don't know why. And the model's quite nice. It's quite a cool-looking model for, an older model. So, that was nice, short and sweet. So, swiftly moving on, we have got the number 3 slot. And that is, and forgive me if I say this wrong, it is Drzag the Beast Caller. Another goblin from Moria. I know, Moria's getting all the love in this video. Hey ho, what can I say? 90 points this guy costs. And he's a hero of fortitude. It's a running theme here. He is movement 5, because all goblins are movement 5 for some reason. He is fight 3, which is not... yeah, it's not great, but it's pretty good for a goblin, actually. He is strength 3, defense 4, 1 attack, 2 wounds, courage 4. So he's a brave little goblin. He's got 2 might, which isn't bad, 5 will, which is phenomenal, and 2 fate, which is actually really decent. He's got cave dweller, because he's a goblin. And his special ability is Master of the Dark Wild. And what that does is... it allows him to bring feral wargs, giant spiders, and bat swarms into his warband as if they are part of the same army list. This does not count as allying, so you keep the army bonus. Additionally, all friendly bats, wargs, and spider models within 12 of him may use his courage value instead of their own. That's pretty good. Courage 4. And his Fury magical power will only affect himself and any models that are either a bat, a spider, or a warg. Okay, so that's alright. Sure. If you want to go for the Beastie theme, you can do. It's very open to you. But that's not why he's in this list. He is in this list because he has got 2 spells. One of them being Fury, casting on a 3+, which is not bad. Okay, Fury, it got nerfed, but hey ho, it's still okay if you channel it. And Enrage Beast. Now, Enrage Beast has got a range of 12, and it's cast on a 3+. And this is what it does. You can supercharge either a bat, a warg if it's unridden, or a spider. And they get a fight, attack, and strength and courage increase of 2 until the end of the phase. During the end phase, though, it suffers 1 strength 10 hit, so you might not kill it, but you probably will. Hey ho, it's worth it, because you can do some pretty disgusting combos with this. And if you channel it, it all goes up by 3 instead. Okay? That is absolutely bonkers. So, essentially, if you channel it, you could have a Fight 7 spider. Okay? Fight 7 spider. And strength of 8? That seems fair. Along with attack 5. So it gets 5 attacks. This is the channeled version, mind you. Now, if we go back, rewind time a little bit, and go back to the previous goblin on this list, which was Ashrack. Yeah, his spiders have poison, venom. So they're re-rolling to wound on top of that. And then you can make them mystical shadows. So even if you don't channel it, and what was it, Shroud of Shadows? You Shroud of Shadows a spider, okay, which is upgraded to have the Venom special ability. Then you cast Enraged Beast on it. Now, if you're in combat with a hero, and I don't care what hero it is, your spider will now outfight them easily. Because they'll be fight 6, because it's only +2 unchanneled for Enraged Beast. And they're half their fight value. Because if you channel the Shroud of Shadows, that's what it does. That's absolutely bonkers. So you can outfight Gil-galad, you can outfight anything. They can't strike it to get rid of it. And if you jump on a critical hero and do this, you're going to kill it. 100%. If you channel it and you've got like 5 attacks going into it at strength 8, you know, it's not going to stay around. You're going to do some serious damage. Plus, re-rolling to wound. Especially if you've got a couple of spiders in. Doubling the attacks on if you've trapped them. Anyway, the list is endless of how you can absolutely abuse this. He is absolutely fantastic. I don't know why people don't bring that. Because I would. I absolutely would. So, yeah. And then they've got a million courage. So if the thing causes terror, it doesn't matter. Plus, it's using Drazag's courage, which is courage 4, +3 if you've channeled Enraged Beast. Yeah. You're probably going to kill that spider off, but who cares? You know, if you can kill a hero with it, 22 points, who cares? I mean, even if you don't care about the amount of attacks you can get, you can stick it on something cheap, like a warg, a fell warg, and make Shroud of Shadows them, and chuck them in for the half the fight value. You know, sure. There's loads of ways, even just doing that. But yeah, the Enraged Beast is absolutely bonkers. If you want to kill something, this is the way to go. Swiftly moving on, because this video is going on a bit, we have got our number 2 slot. And this goes to, and excuse me again if I butcher the name, Dern here. That's how I've always said it. I think that's how you say it. For fiefdoms, okay? He's the lovely Blackroot Vale Archer. Yeah, I'm sticking with Dern here. Okay, so he's only 60 points, and this only works if you're bringing Blackroot Vale Archers. Okay? Now, for 60 points, you're getting a Hero of Valor, which is not too bad, which is 15 followers. And he is Movement 6, Fight 4, it's not too bad, Strength 4, Defense 5, which is actually pretty good for a Ranger. 2 attacks, 2 wounds, and Courage 3. So he's not very courageous, but who cares? It's not his job to be courageous. He's got 2 might, 1 will, 1 fate. Okay, 2 might, cool. He's got an armor, a sword, a bow, and a spear. So he's all kitted out. Good to go. And he's got heroic accuracy, which is very important, and heroic defense, which I always love having heroic defense anyway. But it's better on your leader, so. And I probably wouldn't have him as my leader. He's got the Mountain Dweller special rule, so yeah, he's better at like climbing and stuff. And he's got a special ability called Go for the Eyes. And what that does is he can reroll failed to wound rolls when shooting. Additionally, if he targets a monster, attacks cause D3 wounds rather than 1. So that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Pretty tasty. And then Lord of the Blackroot Vale. And basically what that does is Blackroot Vale archers within 6 of him that did not move during their move phase may reroll 1s to hit during the shoot phase, which is absolutely fantastic because they're hitting on 3s anyway, so only a 2 is a real miss. So, if you've got this guy and you stick him next to something generic with a bit more might, a captain, and with as many Blackroot Vale archers as you can fit in with the 33% like cap, all these Blackroot Vale archers that are hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because they've stayed still near him, that have been ordered the loose heroic action from any hero, so either have a generic captain with this guy or not, or he call it himself, so heroic shoot, gets to reroll all failed wound rolls. So you're hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, which is phenomenal, and then you're rerolling all failed to wound, which is absolutely bonkers with shooting. Really, really good, really strong. Yeah. That's it. I just love him. He's absolutely fantastic. It might be a bit biased that he's this high on the list, just because I love the model and I love him and his backstory and all that. And I mean, we can get into that, but that'll take all day. Yeah. So maybe he should be a bit lower, but hey ho, I don't care. He's awesome. I love him and he looks cool. Swiftly moving on, we've got the number 1 slot. Okay, and this is a good one. Now, I got made aware of this model. I mean, I knew who he was, but from a friend who faced him in an event, and I have never come across him. In all the events I've been to, and all the games, and all the mortal forces I've fought against, and things like that, I've never come across him. Okay, and a few people I've spoken to haven't either. If you have, please let me know, because people need to start using this model. It is Shrike Rat. Now, Shrike Rat is absolutely bonkers. 100 points, so a bit pricier than the other entries on the list, but he's a whopping Fight 5, which is fantastic, Strength 5, which is insane. He is Defense 5, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, Courage 4, 3 might, 3 will, 3 fate. Absolutely insane. He's a hero of Fortitude, but we'll let him off for that, because the rest of his stats is absolutely fantastic. He's got Heroic Strike as well, which is always good to have, Heroic Strength, and Heroic Challenge, that everyone loves using. Yeah, best heroic action you can have. And options. He's got the Shield of Cirith Ungol, and that is 10 points, so 110 points, and you can whack him up with heavy armor to make him insane defense. Okay? So he's a super tough model. And what this shield gives you is, it is a shield, so you get the +1 to your armor, and then you get the extra if you want heavy armor. In a turn in which Shrike Rat charges, he gains a knock to the ground bonus exactly as if he was a cavalry model. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I mean, you can't. You'd be knocking heroes prone. I mean, you Fight 5 for goodness sake. With Strike, Strength 5, Defense 5 with 3 attacks. Even if you charge into like as many infantry as you can and you knock them all down with Orc supporting, you're going to kill what's on the ground. Absolutely insane. And then he's got Blood and Glory on top of that, so he's getting his might point backs. You know, he's getting them back. Yeah, absolutely. Phenomenal. Phenomenal model. 100% would recommend. Okay? And if you do use them, please let me know in the comments below how he goes for you and what you think. And just let me know what you think of the list in general. I always like to know what people are thinking. And yeah, anytime you want to let me know, please do pop it down in the comments. Failing that, you can join my Discord server if you so wish, and that's also in the description down below. So, leaving it on that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.